What's up, guys? Welcome back to Gladiators, and today we're reviewing what's possibly my favorite Wilson racket, the Wilson Blade V9 18x20. Oh boy, check out the specs.
Alright, boys and girls, this is the Blade, Wilson Blade V9 18x20. Let's see what it does.
Alright, let me just say this fast and easy. This is my favorite racket from Wilson. Go buy it, end of the review. Okay, fine, I'll try to be more professional, but in all honesty, if you're looking for a control-oriented racket that is pretty versatile but is more on the control side of things, you can safely go with the 18x20 V9 Blade, as it will satisfy all your needs. When I first tried rallying with the Blade, I thought, okay, I get the point, but just get the 16x19 version. You'll get the same but with more power and spin. And I was almost ready to end the review there, but then after playing with it for a little bit more time and even playing a tournament with it at some point, I realized that if I were to get a Wilson racket, I wouldn't even think about the 16x19 Blade. But let me explain why. I'm almost sure that if you're watching this video and you're not sure whether you want the 18x20 or the 16x19 Blade, you're most likely going to prefer the 16x19. However, me being a player who really chases stability and control on the back ends, I'd much rather prefer this thing over its 16x19 brother. Let's start with the shot-by-shot analysis. And why not start with the backends themselves? First thing that immediately stood out to me on the backends was the stability, and that's the first thing that I look for in a racket. Penetrating backends was so easy with this frame, as it seemed to be cutting through the ball like butter. Directing the flat shots was also quite simple, and overall the racket performed close to my racket of choice, which means almost perfect for me. Forehand was more of the same, but a bit less spectacular because of the spin that I applied to my forehand. If you hit flat forehands, you'll enjoy this racket to the moon and back, but in this case, it wasn't as awesome as on the backhand side. And it isn't to say that the Blade can spin the ball, it totally can, but it's just not its stronger side. If you like to spin the ball, it is definitely not a racket for you. If you want a Blade, take a look at the 16x19 or even the Blade 100 if you're chasing the spin. However, the awesome stability and control are still present here, and that allows for some flatter and faster shots that were often resulting in winners and passing shots. Glad, sorry to interrupt this review, but if you want to buy this beautiful Wilson Blade or anything else tennis related, because I mean maybe the 16x19 version is a better fit for you, I don't know, if you're looking for a control oriented racket, that this is the way to go. But yeah, the link to get this or anything else tennis related, like always, is down in the description below, together with our exclusive discount code that is gonna save you some cash, and you know, it also helps the channel, so you know, it's a win-win situation, so why not use that? But yeah, anyways, back to the review. The only shots that might be a bit of a problem are the ones on the run defensive shots, which you might not hit with the dead center of the racket. Because the head size is on the smaller side and the 18x20 string pattern, it might not forgive you some things that a bigger racket or 16x19 string pattern would. At the net, the racket seemed to be a natural, stable, controlled, and decently powerful. Again, gotta watch out for that sweet spot to make sure you don't miss, but if you look at the ball while doing the finishing volley, you should be just fine. Serves were very good, all of them, and even the kicks second. Although the racket has a pretty tight string pattern and a smaller head, I was managing to hit some pretty high bouncing kicks, so I can't complain. But where the racket definitely shines is on the first serves, and particularly the flats. Hit as hard as you want and you can bet that the serve will go inside the service box. Where I like the racket the most though, I feel like, is on the returns, because I was going very aggressive on them. I could go inside the court as much as I wanted to, and especially if it was a second serve to my backhand, it was pretty much like as if I was serving, because I'd get the dominance right away, either with the first winner or just get the guy so displaced to one of the sides that I could just finish the point with the next shot at the net. I definitely like this blade, and if I were to switch to a Wilson racket, as I already said, this would be the one for sure. I'd add a little bit of weight to it to make the most out of it, but you get the point. And it also looks really good. What else do you want? But yeah, check out the grades to summarize all of the things that I've said, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
I just need time.